Hey guys, and welcome back to Divine Journey 2. So we're just down here at all of our spawners, and there's some pink slime joining us here. So we set up these spawners very early in the pack, and ever since we've just kind of been adding powered spawners to this thing, trying to squeeze them in wherever we can, and it's turned into a little bit of a mess. So let's start off today by just fixing this. Yeah, so this is a much cleaner setup than what we had back at our base. Ignore this little platform here, we're going to talk about that in a second. But yeah, this is a 15 by 15 area, and as you can see the fans reach all the way to the end there. And then we have two more on the sides pushing them towards the mob masher, and also one on top here to push mobs down into the spike, which takes care of the wisps that will fly up to the top of the glass. And we also have this hooked up to the redstone switch here. I'm not exactly sure where we're going to put that thing. But yeah, we've condensed this down to just 6 powered spawners, and we can easily swap these and rotate these out. You might also notice that we're not using any more cursed earth, but as far as I know we actually don't need any of the cursed earth mobs anymore, or at least pretty soon we won't. We can have things like skeleton, zombie, creeper seeds, and these will give all of their drops as a craftable item, instead of farming the mobs themselves. But yeah, all of the drops are picked up by the absorption hopper, and put into this red ender chest, and the experience is collected into this experience obelisk. For some reason it doesn't go straight into the ender tank. The ender tank is connected over here at our main base. I just found a little space for it. And that goes into another experience obelisk just as a giant XP store. And we're using an applied energistics fluid storage bus on there. And that will supply it to things like these fluid transposers which require the liquid EXP. As for the items and the ender chest, that is connected to this new drawer wall. Well, it's not new, it's just taken from downstairs. And that just goes straight into the drawer controller with a storage bus on there. But yeah, apart from that, everything is pretty much the same, just cleaned up. Although there is one thing, and that is the pink slime. So before we used to have a formation plane to spawn the pink slime. However, we can't actually make this stuff with slime essence and pink dye, which we don't have set up yet, and we still have a big backlog of pink slime. 1700? I mean, it's not that big to be honest, but so yeah, we should look into that pretty soon. As for this area down here, well, it's just a bit of a mess still. So yeah, I think we can pretty much just tear all of this out. And we can even get rid of this tunnel as well. There's no real need to go down there anymore. But yeah, I guess moving on with what we're doing today. So last episode, we almost made it through the Bewitchment chapter. I'm still looking for toads, by the way. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do about that. If you caught last episode, we were trying to get this toe of frog, and it's basically impossible. So yeah, we'll come back to that. But today I'd like to look into chapter 21, which is the rest of Thaumcraft. So first steps for us here in this chapter is to make some of these Causality Collapsers. These are going to take a bit more bewitchment crafting in the cauldron, and I think we might actually be short some niter and alumentum. But after encoding some recipes and doing a little bit of crafting in bewitchment, we can request 5 Causality Collapsers. Now just for the infusions. And this will be collapser number 5. Hopefully the only 5 we need. But I guess we'll see how lucky we get today. So these items we have to throw at these flux rifts. And I think it is a 100% chance to close the rift. But there is only a percentage chance to get a primordial moat. So let's make sure we get our magnet on, since these are at Y0. And I guess we just chance our luck here. Let's break some of these blocks actually. Alright, well here goes nothing. Oh, that was a mistake. I think we have to throw it at a block, which is not ideal. Well, that was a bit of a waste. And we can't build any further down than this, yeah. Well, let's hit the tail of this thing, hopefully. Oh, we got it. We got it, it's closing. Okay, we got the void seeds, we just didn't get the primordial moat. And we're also poisoned. Okay, so there is one last noodle over this side. I think this is actually the last one left in this dimension. The rest have all closed on their own. So failing this, we have to make a mess elsewhere. Let's try this one though. Okay, I'm going to position myself a little bit underneath just in case it falls. I mean, we do have the magnet on, but You never know. Did we get it? I think we just got more void. Yeah, just more void seeds there. Unlucky. Alright, so yeah, we have to make a mess somewhere else. And what better place to do this than the Twilight Forest? So we're going to make a Thaumcraft crucible here. And we have some double compressed sand on here, and every block has over 400 V on there. So we're going to toss it all. Oh, look at that. Look at that, already 2,000, 3,000 of each essence in there. Let's keep going. And we'll empty it all out. Oh, that was quick. Wow, that is crazy. Okay, let's take back our cauldron before this breaks. Wow, that is insane. I've never seen a noodle this big. Hopefully, since it's this big, it will increase our chances of the drop we want. Okay, are we gonna get it this time? But still no drop, just more void seeds. Hopefully this one's gonna give us one. Just more warp again. And that's us out of collapsers too, so I'm gonna batch craft another bunch of those things. Oh, and we have another rift. Alright, another 5 collapsers. Let's go try this again. Alright, 6th time lucky. Let's see. This thing is also huge. Look at this. Still nothing. Still nothing. I only see void seeds there. Well, this is convenient. At least we don't have to keep spawning these guys. So crafting these collapsers isn't quite as easy as just requesting it in our applied energistics system, since we also need to use the arcane workbench for things like the morphic and the V resonators. And this thing we actually can't automate in any way, so we're manually crafting with this thing forever. But yeah, I'm going to try to get another 5 of these things. Hopefully we get lucky this time. Okay, let's see if the 11th time we get any more lucky. Oh man, this combined with the toad means we're the unluckiest player in the world. Nope, more void seeds. Still nothing. 14? Okay, this is just funny now. Alright, 15th Causality Collapser. Surely this time, surely. A rare drop. Very, very, very rare. But we got it. Nice. Alright. And it's 4 durability too. Alright, I was curious if that was actually needed or not, but I think we actually do need it for some of the quests over here. So yeah, we got this. Let's move on to this quest over here, which is Void Metal. And in this pack, it's not as simple as the default Thaumcraft recipe. Here we have to use these cold void metal ingots, which we have to get from the seed. So all these void seeds do actually come in handy here. And this does require molten cold iron, which we made last episode actually. This was with the Frostfire and Thaumium. And we're going to leave this guy to chill out here. He can do as much as he wants here in the Twilight Forest. And we actually don't have a lot of Thaumium left. There's only just over 2 stacks. Same with Thaumcraft Brass actually, so let's maybe get some more of this going. Can we craft maybe like 128 Elementium? Oh, we can, nice. And we'll turn these 2 stacks of Thaumium into the cold iron. Oh, and all that warp has brought us some visitors. We have the Eldritch Guardians here. Let's get them scanned actually. Yeah, we have so much warp on us now. So I think to set up these seeds, we'll want a dedicated fluid transposer and magma crucible for this to melt down the cold iron. And for now, I think we'll just do it on demand. But we do eventually get cold iron seeds. These are tier 5 though, so it'll be a while before we can get this. Plus I guess we need the Thaumium, which is not automated yet, until seeds, which are also tier 5. However, to set up any more machines on this area of the base, we do need some more channels over here. Right now there is a main line that comes from here. So this line here comes from our controller. It goes snakes all the way around here. Yeah, down this main corridor and then into the subnet. But this cable here is only a smart cable, a regular smart cable. So we can only have 8 channels on this. Oh, this does look pretty cool, doesn't it? Anyways, yeah, I think we're going to have to swap all this with dense cable. And it's going to be a lot of dense cable to get all the way over there. But it's going to give us a ton of channels to work with. As yeah, this dense cable is going to be able to output 32 P2P connections. We're not going to need that many, but we do need more than 8 going this way. Okay, so since for the time being we're doing this step on demand, we're going to encode a recipe that is 1 void seed plus 4 cold iron ingots is 1 cold void seed. And then this is what we throw in the crucible. I was considering copying our little setup over here, which we have blazing pyrotheum, gelid cryotheum, and energized glowstone. And here, instead of sending the pyrotheum dust to be smelted on demand, we just have them always in the tanks here. And then when we want, for example, this tank filled, we just send the empty tank to the fluid transposer, and we already have the liquid here. But since we don't easily have access to cold iron yet, we're just going to smelt them down on demand. So I've set up our magma crucible and fluid transposer combination up here, and we can put our pattern inside, and that's going to buffer it in this chest. So the magma crucible is going to be filtered for the cold iron, and the fluid transposer is just going to allow the void seeds inside. And then the liquid will be sent up one to the fluid transposer, and then we just extract from the back, and then that goes back into the interface. So we just have to give this setup some power. And I think we can request some cold void seeds. Let's maybe start off with 32 of these things. That is a lot of cold iron to be using. Maybe let's start off with 16. We'll see how much of this we actually need. There, so the cold iron is getting melted, going into the fluid transposer. Actually, no, it's not. We have to enable input. And once it gets 4 ingots, it will give us our cold void seeds. The only problem now is, though, once we have our seeds, we do still need the research for this. I think when we were building out the mob farm and we scanned that guy that spawned on the platform, we unlocked delving into the Eldritch. Does mean we accept even more warp. Thought that was the gate into void seeds, but maybe it isn't actually. That could have been a bad idea. Oh, it was the gate into void seeds. Yeah, it's opened up a separate Eldritch chapter here. And more warp, but we will complete our void seeds, which should give us the research for this now. So we can just toss these into our thaumatorium, select the ingots. Actually, that brass should have finished. Let's toss that in as well. Yeah, I made up 2 stacks of brass. Let's make all of this into thaumium. Alright, so now that we have some of the cold void, we have to turn this into Thaumcraft void metal. And to do that, we need some of this fiery unguent, which is made in our Bewitchment distillery. And is this 1-to-1 with the ingots? It is. Okay. So yeah, we'll just put in a crafting recipe in for this. So that unlocks the Impetus crystal, and this is what we need our Primordial Pearl for. But we are not going to add a crafting recipe in for these. I think we should have all the other things though. Yeah, we made these otherworldly tiers last episode, along with the witch's stitching, and some magical leather we have batch crafted. But yeah, when we do this recipe, the pearl will actually lose more durability. The one that dropped for us started with 4 durability, and the only way to repair them in this pack is to use the Bewitchment tool poppets. So this is a crystalline alloy. I think we have this on passive actually. Yeah, I'm sure we do. Some more runes, cleansing balm, and some more magical leather. Alright, so the tool poppet is just crafting up here. Oh, this takes more Thaumcraft here. Yeah, this is made on the arcane workbench, so I have to go and finish that off manually. Should be in this chest, yep. Alright, there is our tool poppet. I'm curious, does this repair the whole thing? Just 1 durability? Well, that's expensive. Okay, well, I guess we'll request a few more of these things. Let me get 8 of these. Yeah, more brass, more leather, more ghoul flesh, and more soil. Oh yeah, we still have to automate the rest of this soil, that's right. Okay, well, the quest only calls for 4 Impetus crystals, and that will leave us with 1 durability left, so let's craft these crystals first. And we'll also grab one of these ghouls to add to our powered spawner collection. It should be easy now that we've overhauled it. Oh, and I also missed the quest here for the Primordial Pearl. This actually gives us 3 free tool poppets, but we didn't pick up this tool poppet in our inventory, so I guess we only have to craft 1 of these things. Can we do that? We can do that, nice. Oh, and I almost forgot here, we also need Eldritch scales, and not just the ghoul flesh, which means we have to powered spawner these remnants too. Alright, so we added the 2 new powered spawners down there. And I've also hooked up the redstone controls. And I did actually disable the dread guards, just because of all the mess that they make here. I think we should have a big enough backlog of that stuff anyway. But the powered spawner is still there for them. And yeah, in general, I'm feeling so much better about this than the old setup. It makes it so easy to add powered spawners, and we can always turn them off if we don't need them. Alright, so after a little bit of crafting, we can craft our Impetus crystals. And we have 2 durability remaining with some tool poppets to spare. Alright, so we have to use our Impetus crystals to create the Impetus cell, and I think this allows us to augment our gauntlet. Let's craft this and find out. Ah yeah, so we have to create the Thaumium version of the caster's gauntlet, and use the Impetus cell to craft the Impetus conductor. So we're first going to make another Thaumometer. We'll need some enchanted fabric, and there is our Thaumium caster's gauntlet. And we also need the conductor. Just missing some Perdito V crystals. Alright, so now we can go up to do this quest here, which is to get the Fracture Locator. And we do need another Impetus crystal for this. However, the quest for the cell here actually does give us 2 free crystals, which is convenient. We just need 2 of these condensed vacuous cells. Oh, and it looks like we can use this for the runic matrix. Pretty soon here we're going to be upgrading all of our Essentia smelteries. I noticed that some of the jars ended up empty after doing all that crafting earlier on, which is just due to the fact that we can't melt things quick enough. Also, this one is kind of empty. Oh, for some reason I had the conduit turned off there. Alright, well that seems to have fixed that. Okay, so now I think we've actually got more exploration to go. I've been doing a lot of that recently. So we have to combine our caster's gauntlet with the conductor, which will give it its augment. And now we take a little trip into the nether to find some fractures. So I don't exactly know what I'm looking for. I'm assuming we'll know when we see it. Oh, you can see this locator is lit up when we're facing towards it. So when we face away, the eye goes out. Is it below us maybe? I think this is what we're looking for. Dimensional fracture. Alright, do we just scan these things? I did already find one of these out in the world. So the quest apparently says we have to activate this. How do we do that? Oh, so apparently before we can go through that fracture, we have to fill up our caster's gauntlet. And to do that, we have to come and say hi to this noodle again. And fill our gauntlet here. I think just by right clicking. Oh yeah, something's happening. You can see up in the top left that our bar's filling up slowly. Yeah, we're almost there. Let's head back to the nether to see if we can get through that fracture. Let's go see what kind of goodies we can get in this dimension. Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is awesome. Look at this. Alright, can we go through this? We're in the emptiness. Oh, check this place out. We got an Eldritch Guardian. I don't think this guy's friendly. No. Nope. Oh yeah, lots of nasties in here. Oh, lots of warp too. Okay, I want to go and see what's in those structures. I bet there's some really nice loot in there. I hope there is at least. And I assume that is the entrance down there. Eldritch Lock. I wonder if we can use this to get in. Oh, look at that. It worked. Nice. Ancient Stone. Oh, that guy dropped us void metal plates. Okay, what have we got here? Pedestal? A rune tablet. Some strange crystals. I don't know if I want to break those things. What is this? Common urn? Wonder if there's anything inside here. Some alchemical brass. Yeah, these common urns are actually decent. We get some void metal, some quicksilver, some thaumium and alchemical brass. And these are only the common versions too. But yeah, all of this is unbreakable stone. More guardians. Okay, we got another type of key here. Spiked sigil. Oh, they seem to all be coming out of these crusted openings. Let's make sure we break those things. Oh, and this urn is uncommon. Let's see what's in this one. A diamond. Yeah, this place is really, really cool. I've never played through this before. Oh, these crabs keep jumping on us too. Okay, we got another one of these crab caves. We've backtracked a little bit. Let's continue up this main tower. Oh, is this where the sigil goes? It is. Alright. And I assume we need that to get to the next layer. Yeah, it looks like we need a different sort of key to get up here. Oh, look at this place. I'm really just looking for all of these urns. It's so satisfying to open these things. And we do also have to find that key too. So many urns everywhere. Okay, we managed to get in the center structure here. I hope this is where the key is. Okay, what do we have here? It looks like some ancient pedestals. This looks like some sort of runic altar. There is also this thing which I don't recognize. An apprentice's ring. Still no key though. Ah, this looks like our key to progress. We do have a very full inventory though. The Tome of Forbidden Knowledge. Oh, look what I found in amongst all of these drops that have been following us around. We got a nether star and a primordial nodule. That makes things so much easier going forward. I knew we were going to have to craft some more of these things. But if we can loot them from these dungeons, that is awesome. Alright, let's go use this key though. Wow, thanks Thaumcraft. I can't see anything. Oh man, all this warp. And it's for 30 seconds too. Oh, this hurts your eyes. Okay, next room. Wow, this thing is huge. Look at this. Oh, so many urns here. I don't think we've got enough inventory space though. We may have to come back for all this loot. Oh, there is so many flying projectiles here. Look at everything. But there is some decent loot on these pedestals. We managed to get the next key. There it is. Oh, look at all the debuffs we've got. And the inventory is full. Ah. Okay, you know what? We're going to go out here. We have the key. We'll come back for all this loot. Yeah, this Sinister Blade should open up the last door. At least I think it's the last door. You found the heart of the spire. And we have an Eldritch Altar here. Oh, something happened. I hit it with a Caster's Gauntlet. Is this going to spawn someone? We got a boss. Okay, this guy looks menacing. Oh, and he's giving us warp. And he has some sort of shields too. Okay, this is a cool boss. I do like this guy. Okay, we almost got the shields. Oh, and these guardians are backing him up. We're getting him now. Ah, you have no shields left now, do you? Hey, we got him. Nice. Nice, we got the quest as well. Okay, we have this place marked. Let's go back and clear our inventory and see what we have to do next. Alright, we're back in familiar territory. Back in the Nether. Alright, so I went back and looted that structure, and it seems that after you beat the boss, the blocks no longer are warded. So we picked up some of the ancient pedestals. We can actually upgrade these here to Eldritch tier. So we have the pedestals for the altar, but to upgrade the altar itself, we need an Impetus jewel. And this is made with our Impetus crystals, but this is a bit easier to make now that we have more pearls. So let's craft a few more of these Impetus crystals and convert these into the jewels. This is actually a fairly cheap conversion. Nice, so that unlocks the next tier of crafting actually. We can get a 3x3 crafting table. And that actually almost unlocks the wireless booster card, which means that we don't have to rely on these wireless boosters down here, and gives us infinite range on our wireless crafting terminal. Also, yeah, I noticed that thing over there. Let's just leave that be. But yeah, this also means that we've unlocked Thaumic Energistics. This quest down here is a lot of text, but it's basically just telling us to automate the Essentia, which we've already set up. So I think actually our V upgrades is something we'll do on a live stream tomorrow. So if you're interested in some more advanced Thaumcraft, there's our quest. Yeah, if you're interested in seeing some more advanced Thaumcraft and upgrading all of these Essentia smelteries, then yeah, check out the live stream. It'll be 12 until 5. So for this episode, we're going to skip the rest of these items over here, and we're going to focus on the right hand side, which I think opens up the next sort of portal here. Actually, I think there's a few portals we can unlock. So yeah, let's see about getting this elite crafting table. And the crafting table itself is actually not too bad. We just need some condensed V crystals. What's this? Crystallized mana. Oh, that's a lot of runes of mana. We get 3 per rune, and then 9 per cluster. And we need 9 clusters total. Yeah, that's a lot of runes of mana. Let's get those started now. And also some more advanced crafting tables. So yeah, we're missing 33 runes of mana, more specifically. And a little bit more mana steel. We have 500 buffered, but it seems that it's not enough. But we do have a big mana buffer here. And Britannia, I think, is something we will have to revisit before the endgame. Oh, there's Thaumcraft again. I wonder how long that's going to keep up. But yeah, with the mana steel, we can now kick off our craft for the advanced crafting table. Or the elite crafting table. And while we're waiting on that crafting, actually, let's look at the next quest, which is to get a Void Recharge pedestal. Oh, and we also need the Impetus Drainer, which is 2 more Impetus jewels. And then all of the stone in these bars we looted in that dungeon we just found. So to get the pedestal we need for the quest, we first have to start with the regular Thaumcraft version. And again, we're missing V crystals. I wish there was a way to automatically stock that thing. There we go. And we'll need more condensed V crystals to upgrade this. Alright, and we're crafting our recharge pedestal. But that is a lot of Essentia, so it's going to take a while. But eventually we managed to get all those things crafted. And we also finished all of the components for the elite crafting table. Which, yeah, unlocks the wireless booster, and also the Mortem block, which is, I believe, for the next dimension. However, to get this block, we have to craft some more conducted impetus, which is what all of these blocks here are for. And I was actually going to do it this episode, but this involves a bunch of biome terraforming, and we're going to have to collect some Impetus and V crystals, and yeah, this is going to be a big project, I think. So I think we'll actually save that for next episode, or perhaps we'll even do it on the live stream. But yeah, we do now have all of the materials for this, I believe. I think we still have to get the runic matrix for this. Yeah, there's a little bit more crafting and setup before we can do this, but it basically involves messing with some more Flux rifts, so that'll be fun. I think before the live stream tomorrow, I'm going to prepare the materials that we need to upgrade our Essentia smelteries. So I'm basically just going to be batch crafting a whole ton of alchemical constructs and thaumium and Essentia and things. I'll probably go loot a few more of those dungeons in the Emptiness as well. But yeah, that is going to do us today. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for some more Divine Journey 2.